If you want to fill up that open space on your 2021 or newer Broncos modular from Bumper with a functional and stylish mod, this Oracle triple LED fog light kit in amber will be a great option to take a look into. Now, amber lighting is incredibly useful for fog, dust, and any type of inclement weather, and this kit is going to make it incredibly easy to add that benefit to your Bronco with a bolt-on mod. Now, that will help make you feel safer on and off-road while also getting the cool amber light look that it brings to the table for that Baja and off-road inspired feel. Now, as you can see here, this is going to be one complete unit and pre-assembled for you, which is going to be completely bolted in with this bracketer outer housing and 3 LED fog lights per side with a dynamic step-down design to the lighting. Now, each light will feature, again, that bright amber light coming from the high-intensity LEDs on the inside and the projector-style inner lenses to create a very concentrated beam pattern for great visibility. Now, talking about brightness, these will emit 6,000 lumens collectively. And to put that into perspective, a lot of aftermarket headlights are in the 4,000 lumen range, so these are going to be incredibly bright for a set of fog lights, especially amber ones. These will also include a small bolt-on or riveted detailing and an inner black housing. It's going to elevate the look a little bit further when it comes to that tough off-road aesthetic. Now, the housing and the lighting are going to be built tough and hold up very well, which is great for the location that they're mounted in. The housing will be made of a full steel construction that's going to match the bumper not only with toughness, but with finish as well with this black powder coat. So that's going to not only have a seamless look, but it's going to protect the materials underneath from rusting. The lights will also be solid with a tough lens and an above average IP68 dust and waterproof rating, so you can keep some peace of mind that these are going to stay intact and work well even if you take a dunk with the front end if you're off-road. Not to mention, the kit won't require any modifications and it will bolt right up into your current setup and will include a fully plug-and-play wiring harness, making the install very straightforward. This kit will come in at roughly $400, and for what you're getting, I think that this is very well worth the price. Now, compared to other solutions like auxiliary pods or additional accessory lighting, this is going to be put together for you while also being bolt-in, taking a lot of question out of the install for a factory style fit, and you're also getting some incredibly bright lights with this. Now, install will be a lighter 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking me about 2 hours to get these bolted and wired up. Now, at this point, we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how to get these onto your Bronco at home. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
For this install, you will need a ratchet, a T40 Torx bit, and a 10mm socket. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be installing some fog lights on our Bronco, so let's get started. So we're going to start things off with our wiring harness just to get everything in place for that. And first thing we're going to do is grab our switch, and we're going to run that through the firewall into our cab so we can access our switch and turn our fog lights on and off. Now, the easiest way to do that is if you come right over here next to your brake booster, there is a harness grommet that goes through the firewall into the cab, and you can kind of just give that a push on the side of it, and it will kind of open up enough to get your switch through. And then once the switch is through, it comes back and creates a good enough seal. You don't have to worry about anything. So that's what we're going to do right now. Give that a good push, get some clearance, and we're going to send our switch right through that into our cab. Now, this is easier said than done, but it will go. Just needs a little persuasion. And once we have it through, we'll go ahead and feed some wire so we can have some slack to mount our switch. Then once we have everything hooked up out here, we'll go inside the cab and go ahead and get our switch mounted, and then we'll move on to mounting our fog lights themselves. So now there is a fuse in this harness, and for just safety practices while we're installing this, we're going to go ahead and remove that fuse, set it up here out of the way. That prevents any false grounding or any power surges or anything like that while we're hooking everything up to our battery. So we'll go ahead, pop up our positive terminal protector. We're going to grab our 10mm socket on our ratchet and go ahead and pull one of these terminal nuts off. Grab our positive wire here, set that in place. And we're going to replace our nut. And we'll tighten that back down. Close this back up. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing for our negative wire over here. And again, tighten that back down. So along with the fuse, this harness also comes with a relay here. It does come with a little screw-on mounting tab. You can feel free to find a spot to mount this wherever you'd like, depending on how you want to clean up your harness and make it look. That's kind of your own deal. Be creative with it, tuck it, loom it, get it out of the way as best you feel. For demonstration purposes, we're actually not going to mount ours just because it doesn't affect any operation of our lights here. So we'll go ahead and get this tucked aside, just out of the way for now. And we still want to have access to our fuse block right here, so we'll leave that up. And then we can go ahead and drop our connectors down for our fog lights themselves. So now we'll get our passenger side one, run over here. We're going to keep it out of the way of our fan or any hot parts for now, and we'll get that dropped down. We'll grab our driver's side one here. We're going to take our connector and run it right between our body and our HVAC lines here. And you can see light if you're looking down directly where I'm looking. You want to kind of just drop that down in that general area. Then you can actually reach under where the fog light's going to go. Kind of feel where your connector is going to come through. Might take a few tries to get it in the right spot. So now once you have that down through to where the fog light's going to be, you can reach through here. We're going to pull this down kind of back behind here and let it hang down for now, just so when we install our lights, we'll be able to access and easily plug our harness in, and we can tuck everything back in once we're done. Then we'll go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. So now we've come inside our cab here, and we're going to go ahead and get our switch and get it mounted. So we're going to reach directly back from our hood latch release here. And you're going to reach all the way to your firewall, and you'll feel that grommet in your switch. So you can go ahead and grab that. Just pull out enough slack to get it mounted. Now you can mount this wherever you want. It is simply got an adhesive backing here, so we're going to remove that cover. And we're going to mount ours right in between our parking brake and our hood latch release. Just kind of keeps it out of the way, but keeps it accessible as well. We'll stick that on. And this is a simple on-off switch. The red light will come on when it's off, and the green light for when they are on. So now we're ready to go ahead and get our lights mounted. So we're going to go ahead and remove these 3 T40 Torx screws on the underside of the top of our opening here. So we'll grab our T40 Torx bit on our ratchet and go ahead and run these out. And we can go ahead and grab our fog lights. What we're going to do is bring those behind our bumper here, like so. Slide them into place, just like this. And we'll go ahead and reuse those same screws. Mount these up. Go ahead, tighten these back down. Now once we have that done, we can go ahead and grab our connector here. So once we have that done, we can go ahead and grab our connector from our fog lights as well as the harness we dropped down. Go ahead and plug that in. And we can simply tuck our wiring back up. Make sure it's not wrapped around your crash bar. We'll tuck that up out of the way. Then once you have this done for this side, you can go ahead and repeat these same steps for the other side. So now once you have everything connected and secured, you can go ahead and grab that fuse that you pulled out of your fuse block earlier. Go ahead and reinstall that. Make sure it seats nice and proper. Close the cover back up, and you're good to go. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our Oracle triple LED fog light kit with amber lenses for your 21 current Bronco with modular front bumper. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Bronco, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.